So we have injury news regarding Bryce Harper. The Astros continue to take flight, and Canó has found a new home in San Diego. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into all those stories, please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Then go over, smash the red button, go subscribe. The best way to show your support here on the channel is by doing so. Then go over, ring that bell, get notified so you know when exactly I'm pumping out great baseball content. Finally, if you want to get active, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on the topics I'll be covering here today. And here is a tweet right here, sent out by the Padres themselves. They say the Padres have signed infielder Canó to a major league contract. Now let's look at some of Canó's advanced stats here this season. Let's take a peek at his ISO. Now his isolated power here this season is only 75 in 12 games. Now, of course, a very small sample size, but I have found some comparisons to guys around his age and with kind of the same production as of late. Now first, let's compare Canó's 75 ISO in 12 games to Nelson Cruz ISO. Now Nelson Cruz has an ISO of 110 in 29 games. So obviously far and away better than Canó, but of course a little more games under his belt being Cruz with 29. Also, Miguel Cabrera, his ISO is 62, actually worse than Canó in 27 games. So a worse ISO for Miguel in more games than Canó. So I feel like comparing Canó to Cruz and Miguel is actually pretty fair considering their age and the fact that they're all on non-competitive teams. Well, I guess Canó is on a very good Mets team, but if you look at, Nelson Cruz and Cabrera, their teams aren't doing anything. Now, if you look at his WRC plus, 50 points below the average. Yeah, he's at 51 right now. The average is about 100 in my mind. Finally, take a look at his WOBA. His is 228. A good WOBA is around, 330 to 350. So, I mean, just numbers down all around when you look at the advanced stats for Canó, not to mention the little production in the RBIs in the home run department. I think he hits one home run here, right, with the Mets. So now, again, will he do good in San Diego? I think he will do a little bit better because of the ballpark. Now, if you look at the dimensions of Petco compared to Citi Field where the Mets play, center field is about 12 feet shorter in San Diego than at Citi. Citi is 408 and Petco is 396. And if you look at right field down the line is shorter as well by about 8 feet. At Citi is 330 and at Petco is 322. So you could argue that Petco Park might be a better place for Canó to hit in when it comes to getting extra base hits, maybe a couple wall scrapers that would go out at Petco and maybe not so at Citi. But he's going to really have to put on a show here if people want to deem this move as a good one for the Padres. Now next, the Phillies' Bryce Harper will not be playing the outfield for a while after he has been diagnosed with a small tear in his right ulnar collateral ligament, and he will be unable to throw for 4 weeks, according to the manager Joe Girardi. Now Harper will have a PRP injection on Sunday, which will take him out of the lineup for the series finale in Los Angeles and potentially on Tuesday at home against San Diego. And now here's what Bryce Harper had to say on the diagnosis. He says, "I'm glad that I know and I have some clarity on where it's going from here. That's about it. I'll get the shot on Sunday, see how I feel the next couple of weeks and go from there." Now fortunately for the Phillies, a universal DH exists now in the National League, and Harper will for now remain a fixture in Girardi's batting order as a designated hitter. The injury, initially diagnosed as a strain, has restricted him to DH duties since April the 17th. But during that time as a DH, the reigning NL MVP has posted a .923 OPS with 5 home runs and 12 RBI, so not too bad when it comes to Harper in the DH position. Now, I think this article did not take into account that Bryce Harper is one of the best players in the world and one of the top 5 best competitors in baseball, because he was in that Dodgers series last night, and guess what? He hit a home run, yes, in the first inning to get the Phils on the board first in LA in a 9-7 Phillies win over the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine. And finally, the Astros have extended their winning streak to 11 after winning 2 games against the Twins in Minnesota on Thursday. Now, the Astros won the afternoon affair 5-0 thanks to 5 scoreless innings by Luis Garcia on the mound, who punched out 9, and 2 home runs by Yordan Alvarez. Now, Alvarez hit his first dinger in the third to give Houston a 3-0 lead. Then he sent another ball to the seats in the 9th inning to put the cherry on top of Game 1 and give the Astros a 5-0 win. And then the Astros were able to string together their 11th win in the nightcap as they pummeled the Twins 11-3 thanks to home runs by Altuve and Tucker in the 3rd and 6th inning respectively. Now, if you look at how the Astros have been putting together their wins during their latest hot streak, it has not been one-sided. In fact, they have put up a steady combination of pitching and hitting. Now, the Astros have posted 5 shutouts during their 10, now 11 game win streak. Now, the first time they've blanked an opponent 5 times in any 10-game stretch was back in 1986, when they did it 6 times. Now, the staff ERA during the 10-game win streak is 0.90. That is amazing. With 9 earned runs allowed, that is it in 90 innings. So the pitching staff is getting it done big time for Houston. Also, Houston has outscored their opponents 49-11 during the win streak, which is the longest since an 11-game win streak last June. Now, Houston's run differential was -4 prior to the streak. Now it's +34 for the season. So it's safe to say that the Astros are clicking on all cylinders, and they are looking spectacular here in the month of May. And that is all I got for today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts. And as always, you know I will catch you guys later.